Okay, welcome back to another episode of the Day After podcast.
What is up, everyone, and welcome to the Pride Party. This is in honor of Pride Month. This is going to be a fully LGBT cast that we have coming in. They can be real people, they can be fictional characters, just as long as they've been confirmed or identify as someone who is part of the LGBT community. They are fair game.
Yeah, this is gonna be a good one, especially perfect timing here. It's right at the end of Pride Month here, so it's gonna be a good one. I think we got a good cast here, and it should be a lot of fun.
All right. Yeah, let's get. I'm interested because, so Joe makes the simulations and stuff. So I am curious because he used Island of the Idols. I have ideas of who the idols are going to be, but at the same time,
Give me two names, and then we'll just see if that's at all close.
I think RuPaul would be a good one. I think Liberace, uh, Freddie Mercury, or Elton John.
Okay, well, we'll see if any of those are correct or if I have some other crazier ones out there. But yeah, let's get into this.
All right. First up, we have Bella Ramsey. You might know them from The Last of Us. You might know them from Game of Thrones. But yeah, very talented actor. And they've been getting a lot of hate on social media just for looking the way they do. And, it's a little messed up about it. But, they are very talented when it comes to acting. And also I think they have a good story because despite saying they don't have the Hollywood look and everything like that, they kept persevering and then they also were able to one still be a star in one of the biggest shows on HBO. Stuff that, like a show that people are still talking about today. Granted, they're memeing it more because of them, but I think especially because they have to endurance all of that, you know, that just speaks volumes to their character.
Yeah, I think the reason why a lot of people are memeing on her, especially is like what happens in season two and how season two has just not been as good as season one, and the fact that
Yeah,
they are now like supposed to be the main character of the whole thing, whereas before they were just the side, like the secondary extra thing.
yeah.
Um, yeah, it's like just put into a whole new spotlight, which I don't think the writing was very good for her for them. It's I don't know. You've never played The Last of Us 2, have you?
No. But obviously, well, also I
Yeah,
do want to thank the internet for not
yeah,
spoiling
yeah,
what happens in season two, because obviously
yeah,
that's a major spoiler that happens early on. So
yeah,
I was completely unaware of that.
yeah. People are just really they hate what they did with the character. For Bella Ramsey, like in the show, like they're still kind of like, oh, making jokes and trying to like find lighthearted stuff and stuff. Whereas in the games, they are basically a psychopath that is just completely like, all I care about is getting revenge, and I'm going to do whatever I can, and I'm going to do a bunch of fucked up shits to get that done.
I mean, Ellie started going down that route.
Yeah, it's just that what they're doing is that they're going very slow, trying to help for the general audience. Like that.
Yeah.
That's the thing, is that they're going at a very different pace than what I think a lot of fans want out of like this story.
Yeah. I think that's also because Last of Us, the first season was pretty much the game, the
Yeah,
first game.
yeah,
And what they're doing for part two is that they're kind of splitting things up. Like when they had the announcement trailer for, oh, the next episode is going to be last one, I'm like, but they this is like, no, there's like just so much more we haven't even covered yet. And
yeah,
it was like, no, yeah. And then they're going to do multiple seasons. I think definitely season three. I heard rumors of season four, but this is Hollywood, so I take
yeah.
everything unless it's officially announced. Not even when it's officially announced. I
I
take
yeah.
everything with a grain of salt until it's out.
So what was surprising to me when season 2 came out is when they were first announced they had said they're going to do season 2, 3, and 4, and season 4 was going to be the second game, not starting here in season 2. So they decided to actually go to the second game, but essentially add a bunch of shit to like get all the way there to like another season. So I don't think they chose the right option. I think that's a terror. I think either make new content or do the content that everyone loves, because right now they're trying to do both and failing, in my opinion. I didn't like season 2.
I feel it is a step down. I
Yeah,
think it has highlights. And I'm like, I'm still enjoying what I'm watching, but
yeah,
I will say obviously season one was definitely stronger.
yeah. Yeah, I've been watching it with my mom, and yeah, she actually stopped wanted to stop watching when Joel died. She was like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, why?
Understandable.
Yeah, it was like the Glenn death in Walking Dead.
Yeah, very much so. But yeah, that is Bella Ramsey.
Yeah,
Next up, another one of my peeps, Bowen Yang. I mostly know him from SNL, and he's pretty dang he's pretty dang funny. He's been on there for a hot minute. He also pops up. He's a working actor. I believe he does some writing as well. But yeah, I think he shows up in Wicked. I was like, I kind of want to bring someone from kind of like the comedic side of stuff, and I really enjoy SNL. So I was like, yeah, Bowen Yang would be fun to bring.
he was on my list at one point. And then you submitted your list first, so I was like, okay, then I'll find someone else instead. But yeah, no, Bone Yang, hilarious. One of the better parts of modern SNL, I think.
Great.
So
Him
yeah,
as JD Vance is hilarious.
yeah.
I don't for our viewers at home, I don't know where you land on the political spectrum, but Bowen Yang is just so funny as
But yeah, we'll see how Bone Yang does it here.
right. Next up from Total Drama Island, we have Bowie, the runner-up of season one of the reboot, and yeah, he kind of got done dirty in the sequel series, or the sequel season.
That
But
always
yeah,
happens, I think, just because they rehashed it. They absolutely needed to like add have new people and not just essentially redo the
the
season.
same. Yeah,
Yeah,
I feel like I wanted him like one or two. Basically, he's the first openly gay contestant on Total Drama Island. There was one contestant, and Redonkulous Race, who was the first like officially gay character, but he's the first one on Total Drama Island to openly say. Um, but yeah, he's smart. He understands the games very, very well. Made it super far, and part of the reason he got eliminated right at the merge in season two of the reboot was because they knew how great he was at this game.
yeah.
Um, yeah, he's like a triple threat, good strategically, good socially, good at challenges as well. So yeah, I think he has a pretty strong chance here of winning.
There's also a chance of a Bow alliance happening here
Yeah,
with him and Bow Yang.
it wasn't lost upon me when I made the list. I was like, hey, Bowen and Bowie. So,
Uh, well, yeah, we'll see
yeah.
how he does. I'm rooting for him. Okay, next up we got Keely Jones from the TV show Ted Lasso. You've seen Ted Lasso, right? I'm like
I
positive you have.
I I have.
Okay.
I love Ted Lasso. I know
Um,
last we talked about it, like you enjoyed season one, but then you were like, it just kind of fell for you.
yeah, it got worse. I think season 1 was like the best that Ted Lasso got, and then it just progressively got worse in a lot of aspects. But I love Keely's character. She's hilarious. She's kind of like your ditzy blonde kind of character. A bit of an airhead, but her heart's in the right place. Like she always is wanting the best out of the guys in her life, essentially. And then yeah, season 3 though, yeah, big shocker when suddenly she ends up also in a relationship with another woman, uh and we end up finding out, yeah, she's actually bisexual, which I
Yeah.
think was definitely a fun shock. But yeah, I felt like I wanted to get some bisexual representation in here, and I thought she would be a good choice.
Oh yeah. She's also someone where for those who haven't watched the show, she was a model, but as she was getting older, like that started being a thing and she kind of had to
Yeah.
shift her focus and she became really big into marketing and became very, very successful when it came to being a, like marketing manager,
Yep.
making deals and stuff, even rebranding the Greyhounds. So that way they could they were able to get like a different sponsor because their previous one was like under hot water for controversial stuff.
Mhm.
So yeah, she's very smart, very resourceful. Also, just super, super nice.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll be rooting for her.
Nice. All right. Next up, we have Lady Gaga, and yes, she is also bisexual. Um, you all know who she is. She's one of the biggest pop stars of like the 2010s. Still kicking it, still crushing it in 2020s. Very talented. Uh, someone I can see achieving the EGOT one of these days because she can do it all. Have you seen her in any of her like acting stuff?
I mean, I've seen like bits of stuff from like American Horror Story, but like not too much.
That was a good one. I mean, A Star Is Born, the remake with her and Bradley Cooper, she did fantastic in that. No, she's very talented, and like I said, I can see if she ever wants to take the stage for like, to try and get that Tony. I think she's one where, yeah, she can easily pull off the EGOT.
Yeah. I remember her most in her acting stint when she won the Oscar and walked by Leonardo DiCaprio and he would like kind of laughed at it. That's what that's what I remember of Lady Gaga's acting stint.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, obviously huge star, definitely welcome here. Okay, next up to a character who at first glance maybe you think he is absolutely just a heterosexual white male, but actually we end up finding out throughout the season that he is gay. We have Mac from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. He's a hothead, uh, and he constantly is trying to bang Dennis throughout the entire like you start realizing at like even like seasons, like early seasons, you start realizing like, oh wait, yeah, he definitely is like wanting to fuck him right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he finds out like later on, and has his coming out episode is actually like one of the like most brilliant episodes of television. Like he has an interpretive dance for like 10 minutes of the episodes where he's like doing this entire interpretive dance to like show his dad that he's coming out as gay. But his dad doesn't show up, but he does the interpretive dance anyways. Um, and Frank, his like his I guess like his father figure in the bar like season, it was like
Danny
holy shit.
DeVito,
Yeah, Danny
for those
DeVito.
who don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, he's just like holy shit. Like it's definitely a worth watch if you ever want to just watch that one single episode of Always Sunny. Um
Yeah.
but
I,
yeah. Also, he is super ripped right now. He looks like he belongs in a Marvel movie. Um,
he almost was.
yeah,
He was supposed to He was supposed to be a TVA agent in Deadpool and Wolverine because him and Ryan Reynolds are tight.
yeah.
Um, but they cut it because it was like, it's like too distracting and to kind of cut the momentum. But
Mhm.
there's always future projects that you can pop up in. I watched, I think it was like 2017, 2018. I watched all of Sunny and all of the show of Always Sunny,
Mhm.
and then I just did not keep up with it. And
Mhm.
so that was like 5 seasons of stuff. Like it's a funny show. I was nervous when they did a crossover with Abbott Elementary. I'm like, oh my God, how
Yeah.
far are they going to go with this? Because
Uh
obviously, two very different vibes,
yeah.
both in Philly, so
Yeah.
odds are they could cross paths, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't like the Abbott Elementary crossover. I thought I felt like I could tell that they had to water down those
Yes,
characters
they did.
so hard just to make it somewhat like of anything. But they are going to be doing Always Sunny and Abbott Elementary crossover in the Always Sunny universe. That's going to be fun because now they're going to be able to go all out.
Yeah.
And it'll be better because at least those other characters they don't have to be watered down or anything. They can be those characters, and
Yeah.
then but now around like the proper Always Sunny characters.
Just seeing Ava, who's also been on or in our Brantsteele, is just go loose without having to worry about, like obviously kids TV or not kids, family. It's like
It,
family friendly.
it's ABC. ABC is your super family friendly like middle America. That's what they're aiming for is middle America.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
But not. Mac also has some crazy logic, or
Mhm.
like sometimes he's in denial a lot of shit. Like I remember there was an entire season where he was overweight, and he's like,
Yep.
"No, it's just it's all like matter, or it's all like
he's
math
bulking
and
up.
stuff."
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And then the very next season, he lost it all, put on muscle, and then the actor who played him, Rob, was like, "Hey, that was actually a plan of mine, so that way the studio would pay for all my gym memberships and stuff."
Yeah. I don't know if you know how he gained all that weight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Famously, I'll let you tell it, but I know it involves a lot of ice cream.
Yeah, he would basically get just like gallons of ice cream, let it sit out so that way it would melt, so that way he could drink it faster. So he would just consume, just gallons of ice cream a day, just so that way he could gain weight. Like that, I think that's the worst way to gain weight is by doing
No,
that.
he asked someone, he asked the like dietitian, is like, what is the healthiest way to gain fat? And they were straight up like, there isn't.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I mean, typically when people do that, they just whatever their normal caloric intake is, they just increase that by a few hundreds and then call that good enough. But Mac chose the ice cream melted route, so
I mean, granted, I feel like obviously you get sick of the ice cream after a while, but like in theory, that's like, hey, I get to eat ice cream all day or drink it.
yeah. Yeah. But it's the fact that it's gonna be warm ice cream. Like you can tell yourself it's ice cream, so it's got to be good. It's not gonna be good if it's warm. It's gonna not taste very, especially if you got gallons of it that you got to go through. It's not like you just take a couple sips and go, ice cream.
My stomach hurts just thinking about it.
Yeah. But yeah, Rock Flag and Eagle. Let's go, Mac. I'm rooting for him. Okay,
Yeah.
next up, we got someone from the Simpsons universe. We got Smithers, the right hand of Mr. Burns, who clearly has a thing for Mr. Burns. I don't know what he sees in Mr. Burns, but he sees
He's got
something.
deep pockets, you know.
Yeah,
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he kind of likes the bad boy, like the rich, corrupted, bad, evil people. Maybe he has a thing for that.
yeah. Yeah. Also, I know it's not about Smithers here, but something just happened in the Simpsons universe for the season finale. I don't know if you know about this.
I've been trying to watch Simpsons, but Hulu hasn't put anything out
Okay. I
since like
I don't
this.
know. I don't know if you're okay with me talking about it because but it like blew my
It
mind.
seems it seems pretty applicable, so go
It's not
ahead
it's not
because
necessarily applicable. I'm just like I literally woke up this morning and saw this thing about the Simpsons. It was like, what the fuck?
it said, well, so I will get notifications on my phone, like if I open up Google and it'll have like what is it? It'll have like news articles and they mention something
Mhm.
about The Simpsons. And then I was like, all right, let me go to Hulu so I can watch it. And it wasn't there. And so I'm like,
Yeah.
Are this is like this or that? But I
Yeah.
can't trust Hulu to update, so might as well tell me who died.
Yeah. It was Marge Simpson. Yeah,
What?
they killed off Marge Simpson. She's now in heaven in The Simpsons.
I don't believe you.
I know. I saw I saw the photos. I haven't seen the episode, but I've seen the photos of her in heaven, and that's like the whole thing. And fans are upset. They're like, "Why would you ever kill off Marge Simpson?"
Well, no, I feel like because I know her voice actress is getting older.
Yeah.
And so like for me the biggest thing was I knew as soon as one of them would pass away that they should probably wrap up the sum. Like I don't know how I need to I need to look this up.
Well, you can look this up later. Don't look it up now on the
This is
podcast.
important.
No. I know I brought this up, but you
Yeah,
can.
it's even trending. It's like The Simpsons,
Yeah.
Marge Death is up there.
Yeah. No, that's what I was telling you. It's a big deal right now. But I just want to talk to you about it because I was like, what the fuck? How is this happening? Like, why? It's wild. Like, I'd rather of them just end the Simpsons, like not kill off Marge Simpson. It's wild. But yeah,
All
right,
right, it
right.
says it's more complicated. All right. Next
Yeah.
is SpongeBob. He is asexual, if y'all didn't realize this. The creators of Nickelodeon straight up were like, yeah, he's ace. Um, you all know who SpongeBob is, one of the most iconic cartoon characters of all time. He is honestly, he's just like very, very talented when it comes to fry cooking. He has an unhealthy obsession with the Krusty Krab, but he's super positive. He's super funny, uh, intelligent. Intelligent. His intelligence is placed in different places. He also lacks some social. He lacks social awareness.
Yeah.
He thinks Squidward is like one of his best friends, or like he doesn't realize when people are annoyed by him. So that could be a detriment, but he's a fun-loving dude who loves to go jellyfishing. He loves Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy, and I feel like that's his role on the island. If he doesn't annoy the shit out of everyone, is to cook
Mhm.
for them.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you remember back when like SpongeBob first came out that like a lot of parents were upset saying that this was gonna turn their kids gay? That was like a huge thing where like a lot of people were just upset about him, about the show.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't. I was too young to remember controversy.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's definitely. I just know this like after the fact, but yeah, it was like definitely something that people were not happy about at first because they thought because remember this show came out what when did it came out like
99.
yeah, I was gonna say 99, so like 2000. This was not in a time where like, gay acceptance was like very widespread. So
Yeah.
anytime that someone who wasn't really versed in this culture would see this stuff, they would immediately lash out. um so yeah, but you know what? It didn't stop a lot of kids from watching it because guess what? I watched it. All my friend group, we will watch it. It's a super quotable show.
Yep.
So yeah, guess what?
Quotable, memeable.
Joke on you, Karen to the 1999.
Yep. No. Nah, but yeah, SpongeBob, everyone loves SpongeBob growing up. I feel like,
Mhm,
yeah, they're doing something right because they're still doing stuff.
mhm,
But yeah. Um, yeah, I also was like, he's a cartoon character, also not too many asexual representation here. And I was
mhm.
like, all right, yeah.
Yeah, so that's good. Okay, next up we got Vi from the hit TV show Arcane, also from League of Legends, but this is the Arcane universe Vi. And yeah, she has a relationship with Caitlyn, who has been on this channel already before.
Mhm.
And yeah, she's just kind of a complete badass. Uses her fists to do all the talking. Um, Definitely a fun character. She actually is one of my mains in League of Legends whenever I play jungle. So
Yeah,
I definitely have a sweet spot for her in that regard. But yeah, no, just overall badass. Felt like it'd be good to kind of have her for the season.
I agree. Yeah. Uh, I don't know. When it came to Arcane, I definitely liked season one better.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know if that was like just because not. I feel like everyone that was in it got a lot more better material, and then like I don't know if it was timing stuff, but like I feel like definitely one of the highlights was Vi and her kind of like story and how like abandons, Powder, and then Powder turns into Jinx, as we know.
Hmm.
And then, also carrying the mantle and like getting the fists and everything. And yeah, so I think she's obviously, well, I mean, like I feel like she's definitely the heart of the show.
Hmm.
Um and pretty badass, always a fighter, even when she's like underground, like I'm not doing shit anymore to try and save anything, is still
Hmm.
out fighting. Fighting is what she does best.
Exactly. So definitely look at her to be good in the challenge aspects of this. Little concerned about her socially because she can definitely be, she can isolate herself if she doesn't really feel like she's gonna jive with any of the people that she is around. So
Yeah.
we'll see how that goes. But yeah. Okay, last on this tribe, we got Sagrius from the game Hades. Also, he's an actual god. But yeah, he is a bisexual and he's polyamorous. He basically is I don't know if you've okay, I'm gonna say I don't think you've played Hades. I'm guessing you've never played Hades. Do you even know, have you heard of this game?
I've heard of Hades, yes.
Okay. The whole premise of the game is you play as this guy Zagreus, and he is trying to escape hell, essentially. He's trying to get out of the underworld, but his dad Hades doesn't want him to, so he sends a bunch of monsters and minions to stop him, and constantly your character is dying and coming back, and then constantly trying to get stronger to eventually escape out of the underworld. Uh and it's a really fun gameplay loop if you like roguelikes where it's just like you're constantly getting your ass kicked for like the first 3 hours of the game, and then suddenly you
Mhm.
get like something that makes you feel so strong that it's like, oh shit, now I have like a chance to actually be able to do something. Yeah, it's like one of my biggest obsessions. Like if you have a Switch, I definitely recommend getting this game for Switch because it is so just like it's the perfect handheld. Like pick it up while you're like waiting for something, play it real quick, and then kind of go on with your day. Um, but yeah, wanted to bring him. He's basically he's a bit of an asshole. Like I'm not gonna lie, he is definitely an asshole. uh
Sounds like your kind of guy.
yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, he doesn't really care about anyone else but himself. But you know what? He also is very strong. He's going to be good for challenges because he is literally a god. Like
Yeah.
he can't die and he is insanely strong, insanely fast. Um and yeah, so definitely going to be interested to see how he does here.
All right. All right. I think he's cool.
Cool, cool. Okay, moving on next to the Vokai tribe. Starting off here with the Traders host himself, Alan Cumming. And that's mostly why I picked him was that, Traders is really big right now.
Oh yeah.
Also, he's in Schmigadoon. I like Schmigadoon.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think my first introduction to him was Spy
Spy
Kids.
Kids, yeah.
And then also he plays Nightcrawler, which was one of the best parts of the second movie. Only reason he didn't come back was that and this is like part of the reason he came back and he's going to be in Avengers Doom today is so like it took forever for him in makeup, like 4.5 hours, and he was like, I can't do it. So like that's the only reason they did get it down. But like, yeah, Nightcrawler was like one of the best parts of X2.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Yeah. Well, I'm just curious to see how he does, in the game of Survivor to the traders, and he's not even hosting; he's playing. So yeah.
yeah. I think you'll. I think the interaction between him and someone else here is going to be very interesting. But
Hmm.
we'll get to this person in about halfway through.
Yeah. Okay, next up from the One Piece universe, we have Emporio Ivankov, who, he is based off of a very famous fictional character. Can you guess it?
Very famous fictional character.
Yeah,
Let me, because right now he's just like a little inch on my screen.
yeah.
Oh, is he based off of Dr. Frankenfurter?
Yep, Dr.
Yeah.
Frankenfurter from the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Um, so he has a devil fruit called the hormone fruit, which allows him to change hormones in people's bodies. Um, one of the which allows him to change genders of characters, including himself. So he has a male version of himself and a female version of himself. Um, he also is the king of the Okamas. Now, Okama in Japanese essentially means transgender people. So he's essentially the king of a bunch of these people. Yeah, he's also a revolutionary like commander, one of the main people in the Revolutionary Army. Uh, just a really cool guy. He is super crazy. His laugh is hee haw. That's how he laughs. uh, but
I'd
yeah,
say this character seems very, very interesting. Like, I don't know, it's like I will say it was like I think that's a cool power. I'm like uh, I don't know, I feel like in the sense of like I think he's very intriguing, especially because he's based off of, uh, Rocky Horror character as well. I'm like, he definitely stands out. And you know me, I like characters who stand out. So
yeah.
I'd say
He's
I'd say out of the people you bring, I think I can root for this guy.
yeah. I mean, look at him. He's literally there's no way that he could not stand out in a crowd. Like that is quite a look he's got going on there. Um,
Very
but
much
but
so.
yeah,
All right. Next up is Hunter Schafer. She is a trans woman. She is an actress. And I'd say big start was obviously Euphoria. That's where a lot of people were starting to get to know her. And then she's been kind of rocking it in more movies as of late. I'd say one of her big films was like last year, Cuckoo, which was like a horror movie where she like moves to this new place and like she has like this new sister and she's like mute, and then like there's a lot of crazy stuff that's going around. You're kind of on that journey with her. She's very talented. I don't know, there are speculations that she's going to be playing the Zelda for live action Legend of Zelda, which I think is good. I think she has a good enough resemblance where I'm like, yeah, I think that's cool.
mhm.
Yeah, I think she's talented. I think she's smart. Yeah, so I was like thinking, I was like, I think she would be a good bring for this.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I've never heard of her in my entire life until you brought me the list.
Great. All right, I'm guessing, yeah. Well, I mean, I would say, I don't think she's the biggest person to come from Euphoria. If we're talking
Yeah,
solely from like the people that didn't know anyone. Like obviously Jacob Elordi and Sydney Sweeney most of all, but like her
Yeah.
and Jacob Elordi have been getting most of the like accolades post Euphoria season 2. But
Yeah.
she is also up there, and like I would say like she's a lot more like art house film. She also played President Snow's sister in the prequel Bout of Songbirds and Snakes. So like she's around and she's doing stuff,
Mhm.
but I think obviously Sydney Sweeney is the biggest breakout star from that show.
Yeah, I've never even watched Euphoria, so
Funny enough, that's where my two roommates met each other, was on set for Euphoria
oh really? That's
as
funny.
background. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, next up, we have from X-Men 90 several Morph. So, Morph was in the original series too, but for X-Men 97, they decided to give him a redesign. My bad. Because like originally, Morph was not, non-binary. He was just a mutant. He was like in the very first episode, and Morph is a shapeshifter, so they can change into literally anyone and can also copy their mutations as well, making them one of the most strong mutants out there.
Mhm.
So in the original series, this wasn't even their design, because it just kind of was like a comb over kind of look. uh just looked like a average regular dude. But for when they revamped it, they decided to go with this look for them. And they did play up a little bit of a thing between them and Wolverine, whether it was like a one-sided love, like unrequited and stuff. But
Mhm.
Morph's a lot of fun, brings a lot of jokes to everything as well. So I think in the original X-Men animated series, they explored a bit of their death and like psychology, because essentially they were killed, and then Mr. Sinister kind of like revived them and then like was in their head and stuff, and they didn't really get closure on like how things kind of panned out for when they died. uh but yeah, so like they also have that, and you see it in 97 where they get flashbacks of everything from
Mhm.
Mr. Sinister.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Yeah, Morph's face really does look like if you ever played a WWE 2K game and you go with the default character, this is what the default character really does look like.
Mm.
It's the gray bald head. Like that is what it is. So
For me, it reminded me of Chameleon,
mhm,
which obviously both exist in Marvel. Obviously, one's a mutant and the other one just has really good disguises, but I digress.
mhm.
All right. Next up is Oliver Quick from Saltburn. So I don't know. Have you ever heard of this movie?
Never.
Oh boy. So it's funny because unbeknownst to someone at Darman, they actually did a spoof of this movie where I played the Oliver Quick character. So like it starts out the same and everything. So basically, he seems like a very mild-mannered guy and everything. He's just kind of like starting off at university, and then he meets someone who has very rich parents and stuff like that. Comes from They have like a castle basically, and he starts to befriend him, and then also tries to like integrate himself into the family. Um, and he seems like a very mild-mannered dude and everything, but he's very, very calculating, and he's low-key creepy.
Mhm.
So Saltburn is like the name of the castle. And so Jacob Elordi, do you know who that is?
No.
All right. So he also was in Euphoria, but he's been in a lot of like movies recently. He played Elvis in Priscilla, but he basically as soon as he got out of the bath, Oliver started drinking the bath water. And essentially, this guy, he's unhinged as well because apparently the moment where he became friends with this guy was that Oliver let Jacob Elordi borrow his bike so that way he can get to class and stuff. But it turns
Mhm.
out he gave Jacob's bike flat tires so that way he can give the bike and then have this good thing. And so like everything is like a master plan for Oliver so that he could get the castle and everything. He's a compulsive liar as well.
Okay.
uh yeah, so very, very much a I think he's a villain in this. He's definitely like a big villain.
Yeah, I did see that he was on the villains wiki when I was looking up Oliver Quick to find this
And
picture.
worst of all, the actor that plays him is dating Sabrina Carpenter
Yeah, yeah, Barry Keegan.
off and off. And so
Yeah.
obviously, if something happens to him in this game, I'm not gonna.
You're gonna say, yeah, that's right. Take it, Oliver Quick.
No, but
But no, no,
um,
he seems like he's definitely cut out for Survivor.
100%. But yeah, also just watch Saltburn. It's a good movie and it is a trip. I will say that.
Cool, cool.
All right. Next up is Pusey Washington from Orange is the New Black. Have you ever watched Orange is the New Black?
Never.
All right. I'd say it's one of Netflix's earlier shows, like
Yeah,
in the era when the
yeah,
well, for artists as well.
yeah, yeah, I know of it, just never have watched it.
It was a good show. My mom recommended to me because an actress from that '70s show was in it as well. But like it was one of Netflix's earlier attempts at original content, and this was one of the ones that like really caught on. It was like House of Cards and this. It's like those were the two big things that really in early like Netflix days helped it become the,
Yeah,
juggernaut that it is right now and started the
yeah.
whole streaming thing.
Yeah, I
Um,
remember when those two shows were they because they were getting nominated for like Oscars and Netflix was like, look at us, we're being nominated for Emmys or whatever. And it's just
mhm.
like it was like look at how far it's come now, where like every streaming service is now in the Emmy
Yeah,
categories. So it's kind of funny.
but yeah, but yeah, Pusey was like very much one of the most likable characters on the show, always positive. She was also someone where she would also kind of make her own stuff as well. Like there's a whole thing where she's making like her own hooch, which is like, you know, basically taking like stuff around and trying to make alcohol out of it. She loved reading. She was like very, very smart. She's someone that, yeah, she's just kind of caught up in the wrong things and ended up in prison, but she was someone who had a very, bright demeanor, was very likable. Um, and unfortunately, she got killed because a guard. It's actually a very dark scene, and it's reminiscence of. It's a heavy topic because it's like it's a guard holding her down because of, I believe, a fight broke down, and he was using too much force on her, and she got killed because she couldn't breathe. Now, this was before this show, or like that part came out way before, the George Floyd, um,
Yeah.
and everything. So like, and that straight up took over the next season because everyone in the prison is like, we're going to freaking riot because like the guard didn't even get punished for it. Basically, he just lost his job. And
Uh,
so like, but like, no, there was like, that's all that happened. Like, and it's straight up because of this character's death, just started an entire like prison riot where the prisoners kind of took over for
hmm.
pretty much that entire season. So yeah.
Got it, got it. Okay, well, we'll see how it's Pussy. It sounds like pussy.
Who
So
say?
Pussy.
Who say?
Okay, okay, we'll see how Pussy does.
Mhm.
I'm definitely gonna actually say pussy.
It is relatively close, and they've even joked about it in the show, but like it's Poussey.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see how Pusey does here. Um, okay, moving on next to the first openly lesbian WWE wrestler that has ever been in WWE, who recently in the month of in during Pride Month got fired from WWE, got released.
That just sounds wrong.
Yeah, it's a terrible timing. It was like awful.
Yes.
And she was
Yes.
she was used on TV regularly. It wasn't even like she just was like taking up like a paycheck for doing nothing. Like she was out there wrestling, doing stuff, part of segments, and then she just randomly gets released like right when Pride starts. So
That's
yeah, but so I that's to me that's why I'm bringing her here. I want to give her this chance to like shine here because she is real she's a badass. Like she came from the world of MMA before going into WWE. And so she brings that kind of like legitimate like she could actually fuck you up if she wants to energy to all of her fights. um so yeah, I thought she was good. She definitely did not deserve to get fired. you know
it sounds like it, yeah.
yeah, so yeah, and like I there always are cuts. Like that's the thing. Like people are always getting cut every year. People are getting cut because they are bringing in new people. It always happens. Sonya Deville was definitely not one of those people who should have been cut in this round. It made zero sense. Um, so yeah, here she is, and hopefully, her getting cut means that she's going to maybe win this Brantsteele.
Bigger and better things. Bigger
Yeah,
and better things.
exactly.
All right. Next up from one of my favorite shows, Has Been Hotel, is Vaggie. And I'm pretty sure you're gonna mispronounce that name.
Oh, I'm saying Vaggie every time.
No, it's it's funny because in the show, uh so her deal is a little like spoiler heavy, but essentially so she is Charlie's partner, and she kind of helps run the hotel and security and everything. So I've talked about Has Been Hotel. I don't think I've talked too much about the premise of the show. And essentially like every year, angels come down from heaven and start killing people in hell because hell is overpopulated. And so the show kind of like starts off with them trying to talk to the angels, Adam and Eve, Adam,
Mhm.
who is now like the head of the angels and everything, and like, hey, what if we're trying to rehabilitate sinners so that way they can get into heaven. And Vaggie, is just very supportive of Charlie and is like there for her and everything. But Vaggie has a secret. She is actually a fallen angel. Part of the reason she's missing an eye is she was trying to help a child demon, and then Adam saw that happen, and then had someone else cut out her eye as like punishment, and they just left her for dead. And then Charlie ran into her, fixed her up, and they've been together since. She's someone where she has she's obviously haunted by this past and stuff. She does kind of have a tough exterior as well, but
Mhm.
like it's kind of interesting because all right, she is played by Stephanie Beatrice. um so like when the character talks, it's very much like Rosa from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but
Uh-huh.
when she sings, it's like very high and like it almost sounds completely different. But that's just like, how Stephanie sings.
Yeah.
So it is interesting because it's also like a symbolism of like, even though she has a rough exterior, deep down inside, like, she is a beautiful soul, even though some regard her as a traitor.
Mhm. Okay, well, we'll see how Vaggie does here. I want to say Vaggie so bad, but we
You're gonna
we
have to you're gonna have to donate $100 every time you mispronounce it
I'm not doing that.
to a proper LGBT cause.
I'm not doing that. But we know that Hazbin Hotel pretty successful in our Brantsteele. So we'll see how Baggy does here.
Yeah. Just think Maggie, but with a V.
But I really want to see Vaggie and Pusey. Like, come on, you can't
There's
tell
a
me.
reason you put them on the same team.
Okay, maybe my mind was thinking that, but who knows?
But the reason they did play it on it because Adam, when they go back to heaven, is like calls her I named you after my favorite part and stuff like that. And was like, like also did
Yeah,
the same thing where it was like Vaggie, and then she was like, it's
yeah.
Baggy, and she's like, oh no, yeah, I named you that way because it's my favorite. Like
Listen,
Adam in that show is a big
uh,
douchebag.
coming from
Uh,
a writer's perspective, if you ever make a name like this, yeah, you're gonna fucking say Vaggie, making jokes out of it. If you ever have a character called Pussy, yeah, you're gonna fucking say pussy. Like it's not like the hardest thing to see happening.
no, I agree. I agree.
Yeah. Uh. Okay. Moving on next to the comedian Wanda Sykes. I feel like she's in almost everything. I feel like most TV shows and stuff I see, like she just
Mm,
like makes her cameos and appearances. Been on Curb Your Enthusiasm. Like almost every show. I feel like she just like appears in, and it gets like almost like gives like the rub to that show, just like yeah, you got my approval, and then moves on to the next show and does the exact same thing. Um, but yeah, no, I
mhm.
think she's funny. She's got this kind of like really good, just like I guess like dry wit is what you would call for it. It's a very like no nonsense, just kind of like okay, here it is, get it done. She was on the
Mm.
other two. I don't know if you've ever seen the other two. That's a great show. Um, but yeah, no, I just always I feel like I always see her in shows and I always end up laughing at whatever she ends up doing, even though I don't think I've ever seen like her as like a main star of a show. It always feels like
Same.
she's that person who's in a few episodes of something and is really funny in those episodes and then goes away.
But she's also like a comedian too, right?
Yeah,
So I mean,
yeah.
sometimes especially for like comedians, their like bread and butter is like going around touring and doing shows, and then
I
they'll like
haven't
up.
seen like a stand up of hers in like a long time.
I don't
So,
know. I I'm someone where I'm very casual when it comes to stand-ups. Like I'll be like, if Netflix or Hulu puts out a special of someone I really enjoy, I'm gonna watch it.
mhm.
But when it comes to stand-up, I'm very I'm not as like well versed as some other people I know who are like, oh, they know stand-ups like and going to shows left and right and know.
Yeah, I don't watch everything, but like I usually know when like the big names of stand up does stuff, and I have not heard her do a stand up show in a very, 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 very long time. So it's and I think she's at the level that she's not just doing shows just to do shows. Like I think like she's not just having fun with the show. Like she's going to be making money if she is going to be doing stand up. Um
Yeah.
so yeah. I don't know. I just enjoy her on the few things. Definitely watch the other two. I think you would love the other two. I think the other two they even make a survivor joke in the first episode. Like there's a whole
Okay.
thing like a character literally is like obsessed with this with Survivor and they
When did
make
the show
jokes.
come out?
Show came out in like 2018 or something like that, 2019.
Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, slight transition. They did in the last season of Abbott Elementary, that's how Ava decided to have a filing system. It was based off of Survivor contestants and how well they did. Like I remember,
I've seen those clips actually where they
yeah,
mentioned yeah, I've seen stuff of that.
which yeah, like obviously I'm like
Yeah.
just casually watching watching Abbott Elementary. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, that's Wanda Sykes. Moving on next to the final person of the season, we got Yara Greyjoy from Game of Thrones. And she's a badass. Definitely someone that you're rooting for to take over the throne or whatever the I forgot what her island or like her place is called.
Eh, I forget what it's called, but obviously, like, she's
Yeah.
with the Greyjoys.
Yeah, it's like the
I will
Iron
admit,
Iron Isles. Is that what it's called? Is that am I wrong? It's something like
I
that.
believe that makes sense. I believe
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, no, she's someone I'm rooting for. I also like her brother who gets his dick chopped off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so so her being on his side also, I was instantly, rooting for her as well because of that. Um But yeah, I don't think she's going to be taking much shit from anyone. She's definitely going to, I think she's going to be trying to be the leader of this tribe personally. I think she's going to be wanting to step up into that mantle, just like how she stepped up to be kind of her land ruler as well. And yeah.
Yeah. No, I think really badass character.
Mhm.
Greyjoys are Greyjoys are crazy.
Yeah.
But no, like I'd say she's the best one out of the bunch and the most level-headed. Um, but like, yeah, there was even time where she was trying to save her brother, and like brother, because he was too afraid, decided not to go with her. And like, even though she was like, all right, this was your only chance, in her hearts of hearts, realized, it's like it's still my brother.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah.
Yep, yep, yep. Okay. Let's go over favorites from the Lyro tribe.
All right. So over here, I would say I'm gonna go with Bowie, Smithers, and SpongeBob with honorable mention to Lady Gaga and V.
You mean Vi?
Vi, shit, my
Yeah.
bad.
Gosh, I can't believe you missaid that name. Not like Vaggie or Pussy. Pussy.
That's the name I mispronounced.
Yeah. Okay, my favorites over here have to be Mac, Zagreus, and Vi. Honorable mentions to Bowen and Keeley.
Nice, nice.
Okay, over to the Vokai tribe. Um, I think my favorites are definitely Emporio Ivankov, Sonia Deville, and Alan Cumming, with honorable mentions to Vaggie and Pussy.
I'm gonna say for me, Alan Cumming, Vaggie, yes, Vaggie, and Morth with honorable mention to Hunter and Emporio.
Okay, sounds good.
All right,
Sounds good.
real, real quick, I'm gonna use the restroom.
Okay. Okay, welcome back, and let's get into it. Vi finds the Lyro tribe hidden immunity idol
That was rather quick.
very quickly, immediately. Okay. And the Bokai tribe wins immunity. They also win Flints.
Very nice.
Now, time to find out who the idols are. We got Elton John and
Oh yeah,
RuPaul.
I got him.
Yep, yep. You
Like I
got
knew Rue for I knew
yeah.
Rue for sure, and then I was like, all right, there's three other LGBT icons that I can think of that would be fitting.
Mhm.
And yeah.
Yep, Elton John. Okay, so Vi arrives. So Vi found an idol and is here an island of idols. Lesson is fire making. Vi must defeat Elton John in a fire making challenge. She decides to play, and Vi wins. Vi has an idol good for the next two trial councils. Vi with two idols.
Good
Wow.
for her. Just yeah.
Okay. Bella and Zagreus bond strongly.
So we have no idea what's happening at this next tribal.
Not at all. Morph and Sonia have a major fight. Sonia and Yara find something in common.
All right.
Okay, so yeah, that's all we know here. So I don't think it's going to be Vi. If it's Vi, something like she gets super outplayed here.
I think they're going to be annoyed with SpongeBob shit and target him.
I yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, we don't have really
Yeah,
too much
there's
to go off.
there's literally no idea. I'm just hoping it's not Vi or Mac or Zagreus. Okay, Vi doesn't play it. First vote goes to Zagreus. Second vote goes to Bowen. Third vote goes to Zagreus. Fourth vote goes to Zagreus. Fifth vote goes to Zagreus.
Just back to hell.
Sixth vote goes to Bowen. Seventh vote goes to
Yeah.
Zagreus. Eighth vote goes to Bowen. God damn. No. Oh, was so excited for him. It was gonna be so fun.
Alas.
Damn it.
It's been a while since you've lost someone pre-merge. It's okay.
Uh,
Now, the thing is, will I be vindicated from the worst All Stars slash Brantsteele we ever had, and you lose all your people early in this?
that should not happen. That should not happen. That would be
It shouldn't
awful.
happen to anyone, but it happened to me.
It was pretty funny when it happened to you, but not as funny if it
No, it
happens to me.
wasn't.
It was
It
pretty
made me
good.
hate the video.
Okay. Um, and Pusey finds the hidden immunity idol. I wonder where she's putting that to hide it.
Probably somewhere. It could be bra, could be just like in her
Yeah,
shorts. She's wearing sweats, so it's very possible.
yeah.
Joe, in your dirty mind.
Alan arrives.
I would
And
love to see this interaction, I'm not gonna lie.
this
Just Alan, Rue, and Elton just all like in a just like on a beach or like just talking. I
this
think that would be really cool.
this would win an Emmy, 100%. This
Yes.
interaction. Um,
Yes.
so Alan must answer 4 out of 5 questions correctly about the personal life of RuPaul. He decides to play, and Alan wins, and he
Mhm.
gets an idol good for the next 2 tribal councils.
Very good.
And the Vokai tribe wins immunity again. They also win a cooking kit and spices.
Very nice.
So Vi has to use it here, so she'll be good. Bella and Bowen have a major fight. And Bowie and Smithers bond strongly.
All right, sweet.
Morph and Oliver bond slightly.
Stay away from him more. You don't want to.
Alan and Ivankov bond strongly.
Uh-oh.
And Alan is injured but gets treated and can stay in the game.
All right.
That would have sucked if he got the idol and from Island of Idols and then immediately got medevac.
That would be fucked up. All
Okay.
right. So
So Bella or Bowen, I mean, I guess it's one of them.
Bowen got some heat last time,
Yeah.
so I think it's probably Bella because Bowen didn't get enough votes to go out.
Yeah. SpongeBob and Mac were also on the wrong side of the votes, so it could potentially be one of them.
We'll see.
And Vi used the temporary idol. First vote goes to Mac. Second vote goes to Keeley. Third vote, god damn, better not be fucking Mac. Fourth vote goes to Keeley. Fifth vote goes to Keeley. Sixth vote goes to Keeley. Seventh vote goes to Mac.
Very
And
good.
Keeley I mean, I still lose someone. It's not one of my favorites, but it's still me losing someone. Uh, Bella, Keeley, and Smithers voted Mac.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Island of the Idols. Okay, Bowie arrives. Lesson is staying calm under pressure, or Bowie must sneak into the other tribe's camp, light a torch without being caught. He decides to play, and Bowie loses, so
Oh
Bowie got
no.
caught. Oh no.
In all honesty, that's very, very bad. I know the few times we've seen that on Survivor, they were able to do it and get like scotch-free. But just imagine if someone got caught. Like that would
Yeah.
be
That's like
because like
that's a
not only
death
did you lose a
sentence.
vote, but now everyone on the other tribe is going to be wary of you. Granted, it's the game, but still,
Yeah.
dang.
And the Bokai tribe wins immunity again. Complete domination. Another season of domination from a single tribe. They also win
No,
covered items
remember
and a
we
tarp.
we retconned everything, so the alternate timeline
No, that's
is
not
what
that
counted.
never happened. Okay, Bella has a major meltdown. Gaga has a major meltdown. And alliance forms between Bowie, Mac, and Smithers. Okay, Bowie
All right.
got caught and was like, fuck, I need to get people on my side now for
Yeah,
when we meet the other tribe.
because they're very aware that, modern Survivor switches up. Like Bowie also
Yeah,
knows his shit.
yeah.
So like, yeah.
Hunter and Yara bond slightly. And alliance forms between Sonia and Yara.
All right.
Okay.
I think it's Bella.
I think it's Bella too. Okay. No one stands. First vote goes to Gaga. Second vote goes to Bella. Third vote goes to Gaga. Fourth vote goes to Bella.
Bella Ramsey just can't catch a break on
Fifth
the
vote
internet.
goes to Gaga. Sixth vote goes to Bella. One vote left. And Bella Ramsey
Yeah,
voted out.
yeah. As soon as been on the outs of votes and then meltdown, I'm like, yeah,
Yeah. If Bella survived that, it would have been something else. But yeah, that's the end for Bella. Will not be part of the Last of Us of this season.
no, that was terrible, by the way.
Okay, and Island of the Idols. Ivankov arrives. The lesson is persuasion. Can Ivankov persuade to be the caller? I feel like Ivankov 100% wants to be the caller.
Exactly.
He decides to play. I is not selected as the caller.
No.
No.
Uh,
Damn.
oh,
And the Lyro tribe wins immunity. They also win baked goods and caffeinated beverages.
I love how it says caffeinated beverages and not
Yeah.
like soda or coffee.
Coffee, yeah. Smithers and SpongeBob have a major fights.
Over what?
Bowie and Gaga find something in common. And Mac leaves the alliance of Bowie and Smithers. And Gaga joins the alliance. So they just kicked Mac out to get Gaga in instead.
Honestly, it's a good trade-off.
I don't know. I think you need the dumb muscle head of Mac to just be there.
Always good at challenges.
Yeah, but he's good at challenges. But Mac is like, he's ripped. He's also going to be super easy to manipulate.
Maybe yeah, I feel like they're gaining someone else who's also smart.
Yeah, but sometimes
Just as
having an alliance of smart people is not a good thing. You need to stack your deck in an
you need a
alliance.
designated himbo.
Yeah.
That's my secret cap.
Okay, Alan and Yara bond slightly. And alliance force between Alan, Emporio, Hunter, Sonia, Vaggie, and Yara.
I'm nervous.
And Yara rests at
Okay.
camp to restore her energy. So
So
they have the
anyone that's
numbers.
not one of those six
Yeah.
is on the chopping block. Well, actually, because it is six and there's only five votes from that alliance, yeah, so that's pretty bad for quite a few people.
Yeah. Um
They're gonna
yeah.
target Vaggie, I know it.
No. Vaggie's got to be good. Vaggie's got to be good. We need Vaggie and Pussy. I'm sorry.
Who's say?
It's really hard not to say a funny way.
I should have known better than to bring these characters. I'm like, no, Joe is gonna be very respectful, but no.
Come on. You can't draft someone like this and this without me laughing like crazy.
Oh my God.
Okay. No one stands. First vote goes to Oliver.
All right.
Second vote goes to Wanda. Third vote goes to Wanda.
Are you losing
Fourth
another
vote goes to
person?
Wanda. Fifth vote
Yeah.
goes. Wow, I've lost three. I lost three on episode 4. Oh my god. I fucking I even was like, you know what? This time I'm going to mix up the tribe so it's not just one tribe versus one tribe, and one tribe just gets decimated by the challenges. I'm going to give us like chances, and bam! The second I do that, I'm losing all these people now.
Yeah. Yeah. As it should. Well, the thing is, it's about, I still lost someone.
Fuck you.
Oh my God. I was like, hey, I at least lost someone. And you're like, oh, yeah, great. It's the,
Okay, new tribes. Hopefully this saves stuff. Alan, Bowie, Hunter, Lady Gaga, Pusey, Smithers, Sonia, and Baggy are on the latter. I love that they're still on the same tribe. That's so good. That's so good.
you're starting to creep me out, Joe.
It's just really funny. You know that it's hilarious.
Listen, my inner social justice warrior and ally is just like,
Okay, and the new Bokai tribe: Bowen, Ivankov, Mac, Morph, Oliver, SpongeBob, Vi, and Yara.
all right. So this one is a little more even. The other side, well, the thing is, the three of the original Lyro are on an alliance together.
Mm,
So they have that unity at least.
yeah, that's true. Um, so they just need to get two other people to flip. Um, can I say maybe they go for the Pusey and Baggy? Get those two in.
Get that as the flip vote.
Yeah. Okay, and then yeah, the Vokai tribe. It's very even there. So we'll see what happens here. Okay, and reward challenge. And the Vokai tribe wins reward. They win a fajita meal provided by Applebee's, including dessert and drinks.
Nice.
And the Vokai tribe wins immunity. Okay, Bowie and Smithers bond slightly. Gaga and Smithers have a minor disagreement.
Uh-oh. Y'all, aren't you going to tribal?
Yeah, it's not great. Yara's impressing the rest of the team. Mac is impressing the rest of the team. Morph and Vi bond slightly. And Vaki
No.
leaves this alliance. And a new alliance forms between Mac, Morph, SpongeBob, and Vi.
Okay.
Okay.
So they bring in Morph for one of their numbers. So yeah,
Yeah, they also they lost Vaggie in that big alliance. I wonder what that could potentially mean for this. There's also a chance that it is just going to be like a Gaga or Smithers take out here.
it's weird that the alliance shifted mostly because, or at least I found it weird that it was on the other tribe because this
Mhm.
tribe is the one that's going and it has a lot of those members here.
Yeah. Okay, so Alan is obviously using the idol. First vote
Yeah,
goes to Vaggie.
please don't.
Second vote goes to Bowie.
See, I'm losing someone,
Third
Joe.
vote goes to Bowie. Fourth vote goes to Vaggie. Fifth vote goes to Bowie. Sixth vote goes to Vaggie.
I think this ends in a tie.
Seventh vote goes to Bowie. Eighth vote goes to Vaggie. Now imagine we go rocks and I lose someone here.
I would say it's what you deserve, but at the same time, I'm not that mean.
Uh, well, I think they're gonna flip it on the Vaggie here. I think Bowie's not going.
I don't know, because leaving alliance is not always an indication that someone's going, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
First vote goes to Bowie. Second vote goes to Vaggie. Third vote goes to Vaggie. Fourth vote goes to Bowie. Fifth vote goes to Bowie. Sixth vote goes to Vaggie. We are
Oh my
going.
God. Alan also played the idol. I'd say this isn't so bad for you because you have two people vulnerable.
Yeah, so as long as it's not Smithers or Sonia.
I made you say the thing.
No. Let's see who it is. It's
Yeah! I made you say it and you doomed yourself, Joe. You fell for my trap.
sucks. Okay, let's restart the Brantsteele. Let's redo the episode.
Oh, okay.
Let's redo that.
The difference is Joe can actually do that on his end. All I had to do was complain and suffer for an hour.
This is bullshit. This is a load of bullshit. Okay. Reward challenge. In order to even the numbers, Oliver sits out of the challenge for Vokai Tribe. And the Vokai Tribe still wins reward. They win chickens. Good for them. Whatever.
All right, and then
And
Oliver goes,
Oliver, the lesson is courage. Must obtain the boat blocker hidden at the next immunity challenge. He does not play. He doesn't even want to try.
oh, come on. That's no fun.
As the Vokai tribe wins immunity, this Vokai tribe is significantly better than Lyro in any iteration it's in.
Sorry, I saw it. I'm sorry for being. What just happened?
The Vokai tribe wins immunity again. Uh so
Nice.
so yeah, this Vokai tribe does not matter who is on it, it is just the better tribe.
Yeah,
Gaga is impressionist the team. Alan and Bowie have a major fight. And
he won.
Gaga leaves an alliance. Okay, so
I'm starting to
it's
think it's
gotta be.
Bowie and Smithers. More significantly, I think it's Bowie.
Yeah. Morph has a major meltdown. Vi and Yara have a major fight. Mac and Vi bond slightly. An alliance dissolves. And a new alliance forms between an Ivankov, Mac, Oliver Quick, Vi, and Yara.
Seems like a pretty well-rounded team.
Yeah. Okay.
I think you get rid of Bowie here. It's like, no.
Yeah.
I think everyone's catching on that Bowie and Smithers are a problem, but Bowie is the bigger threat.
I agree. I think Bowie should definitely go here and not Smithers.
Like, yeah. I agree from you. The thing is, it's like I'm not saying that to give you any false hope. I legit am like getting rid of Bowie right now is the thing to do,
Yeah,
or that's
I
what the Brantsteele is saying.
I agree. I think it is absolutely the move that they should make 100%. Let's do it, Brantsteele.
Joe, the way you say that means that it's gonna happen and Smithers goes home. Do you not understand? Brant Steele is listening in to everything we're saying. It's evil.
I don't believe in the superstition. I'm going to fucking say, fuck you, Brantsteele. I'm going to fucking rip you apart. Come at me. Give me the fucking worst shit you got, and I'm going to fucking destroy you. Come on. Let's send Bowie home here. Okay, so Pusey is using the idol.
All right.
First vote goes to Pusey, does not count. Second vote goes to Pusey, does not count. Third vote goes to Pusey, does not count. Fourth vote goes to Pusey, does not count.
Play correctly.
Fifth vote goes to Allen.
No. Okay, that one sucks because that one was one of my favorites.
Ow! This fucking bullshit. I got fucking rocked out and now I got fucking idled out. What the fuck are you talking about? This is so fucking stupid. Fuck you, Brantsteele. Fuck you. God damn it.
Calm down.
Fucking bullshit.
I know.
Fucking bullshit.
It's gonna be okay, man. I will say I had it worse because I was in it and all my favorites were getting eliminated. It's gonna be okay.
Stupid.
All right. So if it makes you feel better, everyone left in the game is on jury. We are at
Oh,
14, and Island of the Idols starts jury at 14.
well, I feel so much better now. Okay.
I feel that's a lie.
Okay. Let's keep going here. Bowen finds the hidden immunity idol. Okay, a reward challenge. Lyro Tribe wins reward. They win pizza. Good for them. And Vi arrives on the Island of Idols again. Must complete an unknown challenge to win safety without power. And she decides to play, and Vi wins a safety without power.
It's a good one.
Okay. And Lyro Tribe wins immunity. They have broken their losing streak.
But on the other side,
Bowie and Pusey have a small fight, and Bowie has a major meltdown.
Bowie, no.
He has been a central character of the season so far.
Oh, hands down. He is taking the drama from Total Drama Island and representing it in full
Yeah.
swing.
Bowen has a major meltdown. And Vi leaves this alliance.
I am curious to see where this goes.
Is Vi going to use her safety without power right away?
I don't think. I mean, there's something to be said if you have both an idol and safety without power, because you do have the option. I would say it's better for her to play her idol than safety without power in this position.
You think?
Yeah, because then you just give that alliance the power to just choose someone else.
Yeah, but with the idol's just more powerful, so you might want to keep that for the merge portion.
I mean, that's fair. I will also say that it because this is the last one before merge, it also doesn't reset and go
Yeah.
back into the game, so
Yeah.
makes sense.
Okay, let's see here. Vi uses the idol. Okay, doing what you said. First vote goes to Bow and wasted idol.
Yep.
Second vote goes to Morph. Third vote goes to Morph.
Not more.
Fourth vote goes to Morph. Fifth vote goes to Morph. And thank God it's not one of my people.
Hmm. Yeah, at least he's on jury. They're on
Yeah.
jury.
Yeah, true.
Oh, it was like unanimous, like
Yeah,
nah,
yeah,
fam.
everyone. Yeah. Okay, let's do a breakdown of our favorites so far. I think definitely Bowie is he's definitely been a front and center.
Front runner.
Don't know if it's winning potential. It feels like
Yeah,
it feels like big personality, big character that
I'm familiar.
yeah.
I think we're both familiar with that
Yeah, that role.
with that concept.
Yeah, I think he's in that category right now.
Yeah.
Vi has had a lot of power in this game that none of it has
Mhm.
really mattered so far. Um,
Yeah. Uh I think yeah, feel like I'm still getting a read on this game.
mhm,
But I do think that Pusey is in a good spot. I feel like played Idol correctly, and I think she's not like an immediate threat for most people. Um, I would say I'm curious to see how the Bowie and Smithers thing goes because I know like
mhm,
Smithers is very tied to Bowie. So I wonder if that's more than just maybe he's also using that in the sense of like, all right, Bowie's going to be my shield throughout the game and he's always going to be the bigger target.
mhm.
Uh, so we'll see. Also glad Vaggie is still here. And your fascination with Pusey and Vaggie potentially becoming a duo in this game.
Yeah.
Um,
If
so
if they're the top two, then the season might get redeemed.
you all,
I
oh, hold up. You didn't lose that many people in the beginning.
feel like I lost
Calm
a
yourself.
lot. I feel like I lost a lot.
That's because you're a very negative person, Joe.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hey, I said those two. Those are your two people. I'm okay if those two end up winning the season.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Going on here. Okay, immunity challenge. And Ivankov wins immunity. First individual
Very
immunity of
nice.
the season. And Vi and Yara find something in common. And Hunter leaves the alliance of Ivankov and Yara. And a new alliance forms between Hunter, Mac, Oliver, SpongeBob, Vaggie, and Vi.
Faggy and Pusage still haven't formed an
I
alliance yet.
know it's really a missed opportunity.
Don't worry, they're still in this game. There's a lot. I will say also, this is six, but it is not a majority alliance. So we'll see. But I'd say still having a united front is still better than not having any big group at all.
Uh, um, I mean, it could be anyone. Merge votes and Brantsteelers don't really make sense a lot of the time.
Yeah, especially when things have been swapped around a bunch. It's
Yeah,
you never know where the chips are going to land.
yeah. Vi uses safety without power. Vi is leaving
Well,
tribal council. Vi's like, I am not going to be the merge boots.
she's like, nope.
Okay, first vote goes to Smithers. Second vote goes to Pusey. Third vote goes to SpongeBob.
That's SpongeBob.
Fourth vote goes to Smithers. Fifth vote goes to Pusey. Sixth vote goes to Pusey. Seventh vote goes to Smithers. Eighth vote goes to SpongeBob. Ninth vote goes to Smithers. 10th vote goes to SpongeBob. And Smithers
No,
is voted out.
over Bowie.
I lose another.
It's okay,
Oh,
man. You still got plenty of peeps.
oh my God.
We can.
Bowen, Gaga, Ivankov, Mac, Oliver, and Yara. Ivankov and Mac, why the fuck are you voting Smithers out? Vote out Pusey or SpongeBob.
You
God
still
damn.
got. You still got people left. You have.
I think I have
Hold on.
I think I have four, right? Is my math right?
Yeah, you have Emporio, Mac, Yara, Vi.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you're gonna have a four, it's a pretty solid group. So like
Yeah.
you do have they're doing well in the game in their own respective ways. So you have solace in that.
Yeah.
Also, I just want y'all to know, I normally wouldn't recommend you watch season or All Stars 24, but look at the contrast of how I comfort Joe and he comforts me when one of us is doing very badly in a brand scene. Just want to point that out.
Hey, I was trying to give you hope. I don't know what you're talking
You
about.
had a voice that means you secretly wanted things to go bad for me.
No, I wanted the best for you. I always do.
No,
It's
you have
just
the chaos
it's the smile. I just smile. Okay, what can I do?
not smile.
Group number one is Bowen, Bowie, Lady Gaga, Mac, Baggy, and Vi. Group number two is Ivankov, Hunter, Oliver, Pusey, SpongeBob, and Yara. Group number two wins reward. They win cheeseburgers, cookies, peanut butter, and beer.
Wait, before you press proceed, we all know that this is the one where you lose your vote for no
Uh,
reason. Who do we think is losing the vote?
one of my people.
That's my line. Statistically speaking, it's not likely.
No, that's why it will be funnier
I
if it
think
happens.
I think it's probably going to be Bowie because he lost his number one, and I think he's going
Yeah,
to be in a rough spot.
yeah. No, it is Gaga.
Okay, see?
Okay. And SpongeBob wins immunity and Hunter wins immunity.
Very
Okay.
nice.
And Bowie finds the hidden immunity idol.
Well deserved.
Oh, Bowie is about to be on a warpath.
Both the bows have their idols.
Yep. Oliver has a major meltdown. Gaga and Vi have a small fight. And Vacky leaves this big alliance as a new line forms between Bowie, Hunter, Gaga, and Vacky. There's a
I say
lot.
every
There's so
yeah.
much shit going on right now with numbers and alliances.
It's only four people, but Hunter is in that still in that big alliance that Baggy left.
Mhm. Um,
Interesting. I don't know where the numbers are going to go here,
I don't know.
especially because
Yeah,
Gaga doesn't have her vote.
yeah. There could be a few different ways this pans out. So let's just get into it. First vote goes to Ivankov. Swear to God. Second vote goes
Swear
to
to me.
Baggy. Third vote goes to Pusey. Oh no.
No,
Fourth vote goes to Pusey.
no, no, no,
Fifth vote
no.
goes to Baggy. Sixth vote goes to Pusey. Seventh vote goes to Baggy. Eighth vote goes to Ivankov. Ninth vote goes to Pusey. 10th vote goes to Ivankov. And Pusey
Yeah.
Smoga almost one
I
of
don't know why
mine.
they read it off that way. It was like
Uh,
mathematically that was not likely it was going to go to, but I
yeah,
digress.
yeah, but man.
Dang.
Well, there goes that dream of the Pusey and Baggy alliance. Yeah,
Dang.
Pusey voted for Baggy. Baggy never voted Pusey.
Yeah, these three target votes are always tricky how they always pan out.
Yeah. Okay, immunity. Okay, so team number one is Bowen, Ivankov, Hunter, Mac, Vi, and Yara. Group number two is Bowie, Gaga, Oliver, SpongeBob, and Baggy. Oliver wins immunity, and Vi wins immunity and reward for her team. They win. The reward is peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and the right for their team to vote seconds.
All right.
Okay, Oliver and SpongeBob find something in common.
SpongeBob don't.
Yeah. And Hunter leaves this alliance that just got formed. And Baggy leaves this alliance of Bowie and Gaga.
What is going on?
No one wants to be in an alliance for more than a couple rounds.
I would say the biggest offenders is usually like Vaggy.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Ivankov is impressing the rest of the team. Mac is impressing the rest of the team. Bowen and Mac bond slightly. And Hunter leaves this alliance.
Wait, was that the same alliance from the other one?
Uh Hunter, Mac, Oliver, SpongeBob, Vi. No, it was a
Oh,
different. Yeah, yeah. So she left two different
Scorched Earth.
alliances.
She's like, fuck everyone. I'm not playing with you.
Yeah. Okay, so I think Bowie is likely to use his idol here.
Yeah, I would say. I do think, unfortunately, this is Baggy's time. It's
Yeah.
just, who does she really have? Bowie as an idol.
Yeah.
He's tight with Lady Gaga. I don't think SpongeBob is catching too much heat.
No.
Oliver is immune.
Yes, we will see here. Bowie uses the idol. First vote goes to Bowie, does not count. Second vote goes to Bowie, does not count. Third vote goes to Bowie, does not count. Fourth vote goes to SpongeBob.
No, no,
And
no.
SpongeBob is idled out.
I genuinely didn't think it was going to be SpongeBob. I didn't follow my own rules. It's like
Yeah.
never say anything to jinx it. Or maybe I did because I wanted to
Yeah.
keep Baggy around.
Wow. So Bowie and Gaga only ones there. So now we'll see. I mean, these doubles are really the time when like you should just play your idols sometimes because it's like it's you never know how everything's going to shape out here.
Yeah.
Um, so we'll see if Bowen follows suit here. Um, I mean, I think it should be Hunter. Hunter just left two different alliances with different people. So
You would think.
no one stands. First vote goes to Bowen. Second vote goes to Hunter. Third vote goes to Ivankov. Fourth vote goes to Hunter. Fifth vote goes to Bowen. One vote left.
It's one of the
And
two.
Hunter
Yeah.
is voted out in a 3-2-1 vote.
No, it's 3-2 to one vote, not 3-1.
Shut up. But Bowen, Mac, and Vi voted Hunter. So those are the three to make that happen. Ivankov and Yar voted Bowen. And Hunter did not know what was going on because she left alliances. Okay. Island of the Idols. And it's Oliver. The lesson is situational awareness. Oliver must correctly predict the person who will win the next immunity challenge. He does not play. He
I'd say
doesn't.
it's a very tricky one
Yeah.
to get right.
This is the second time Oliver has gone to Island Vitals and refused to play.
Yeah, he was like, no, it's okay. I'm good.
And Baggy wins immunity.
Yes,
Baggy, another huge character of the season.
agreed.
Mac and Vi find something in common. And Baggy joins the alliance of Bowie
He
and
just
Gaga.
left.
Oh, she's so wishy-washy.
Very much so.
Okay. Um I'm gonna say Oliver. I think he's gone now to the Island of Isles twice. I feel like people might try to flush something from him. And he doesn't have
Yeah,
anything. So
I think you're right about that.
first vote goes to Bowie. Second vote goes to Bowen. Third vote goes to Oliver. Fourth vote goes to Bowie. Fifth vote goes to Oliver. Sixth vote goes to Oliver. Seventh vote goes to Bowen. Eighth vote goes to Bowie. One vote left. And it is Oliver in a 4-3-2 votes. Wow.
You called it.
Yeah. I thought
I was,
when I was reading, I thought, okay, yeah, Bowie makes sense. He did just play an idol correctly, but Bowie
yeah,
managing to survive. Bowen, Bowie, Gaga, and Baggy voted Oliver.
Bowie be a lock in for All Stars.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, final eight.
Bowen
And
still has that idol.
yep. Okay, reward challenge. Ivankov and Vaggy, pair number one. Pair number two is Mac and Yara. Pair number three is Bowen and Vi. Pair number four is Bowie and Gaga. And Mac and Yara win reward, and they share it with Ivankov and Gaga. And this is the loved one, so good for them.
Nice.
And Bowie wins immunity.
Very clutch.
Yeah, because he is definitely would have been a top target for this vote.
Yeah. I mean, he's always been able to safely
Oh
secure
my
himself,
god!
but
And Vaggy finds the hidden immunity idol. This
very
is
good.
this is why these two have been getting so much content. It's they're just constantly finding ways just to make it another round further.
Getting all the screen time.
Yeah. Bowie and Mac find something in common. And Vaggy leaves
What the
the
hell?
Oh my god. Baggy. I don't
This is
think
like the
that's
fifth time you've done this.
okay. Well, I think Baggy is gonna play the idol. Baggy doesn't know what's happening.
I hope so, but at the same time, I wouldn't be amazed if she's able to survive this round without it.
Yeah. Okay, Bowen uses the idol. First vote goes to Bowen, does not count. Second vote goes to Bowen, does not count. Third vote goes to Bowen, does not count. Fourth vote goes to Bowen, does not count. Fifth vote goes to Bowen, does not count. Sixth vote goes to Gaga. And Gaga is voted out. Wow. Bowen, Mac, and Vi. Crazy. Also, my people have now taken over the lead of numbers.
Well, because you had people coming into the merge. I didn't. See, you complain and stuff, but like for me, I had a valid reason.
Well, you were ready to you were complaining on episode 3.
Because I just saw the trajectory of everything, and I'm like, as soon as Omni-Net Man quit, I'm like, no, it's gonna be an you know, entire oolong of my tribe.
Yeah. Okay, reward challenge. Mac wins reward and shares it with Vi and Ivankov. They win a trip to a spa. And Bowen arrives. The lesson is jury management. Bowen now must win a coin toss because that's jury management.
Exactly.
He decides to play and Bowen wins. He chooses the extra votes instead of the idol nullifier or a hidden immunity idol good for the phone. That's what you should take. I don't know why he
Yeah.
takes extra vote over that. And Bowie wins immunity again.
I don't know. I think extra vote is a tool that most people aren't going to target you for an extra vote. If anything, they're more willing to work with you.
But why just say that you don't play? Like
What?
just say you didn't play it. Like don't tell people you have an idol or an extra vote. Like just
Honesty helps, Joe.
no. Bowie and Yara bond slightly. Okay. Also, if you wanted to be honest, just take the idol and say, I'm in final six. You guys figure it out.
You see? Honesty.
Yeah.
I'm training him for his next org, you know.
No, you're not training me. And I'm
It's
not.
within
I'm not buying a vision board. Okay.
$50,
No. You get nothing. Okay.
20. Then say
Okay.
goodbye to your guaranteed victory.
Okay, fine. I'm okay with that. I I mean, I think that you still just take out Bowen here. I think even though he has an extra vote, I think you can just get the numbers to take him out.
Yeah. He played it last time and he was the target, so
Yeah.
it makes sense. I don't know. Yeah.
First
It is
vote
weird that
goes to Vaggie.
Tuna.
Second vote goes to Bowen. Third vote goes to Bowen. Fourth vote goes to Vaggie. Fifth vote goes to Bowen. Sixth vote goes to Vaggie. One vote left. And Vaggie
Oh,
is voted out
that sucks.
with an idol.
No,
With an
that really
idol.
sucks.
Oh, that's rough. Wow, they had a shot on Bone and they chose Vaggie instead. Okay, final episode before the finale. Bowen has to use the extra vote this round. Let's see who wins immunity. And Vi wins immunity. I mean, you gotta take out Bowie now, I think. I think Bowie just has to be the target.
It's the first time he's vulnerable unless he finds the idol.
He does not.
No.
Mac and Vi bond strongly. Bowen is impression with the team. Bowen and Ivankov have a major fight. That's that. Um, like there's it's either Bowen or Bowie. It's going to be one of those two, in my opinion. I think Bowie's the right move, but I could see them go for Bowen.
I agree.
Bowen used the extra vote power. First vote goes to Bowie. Second vote goes to Bowen. Third vote goes to Bowen. Fourth vote goes to Bowie.
Texas one
Fifth
Freudian
vote goes
slip
to
to mess
Bowen.
this vote up.
Sixth vote goes to Bowie. One vote left. And Bowie has
Oh,
finally
man.
been voted out.
That extra vote coming in
It
clutch.
actually was needed here. It actually was needed.
Bowen
Uh,
Yang just looks at you, Joe, and is like, see, there was a method to my madness.
I mean, if he gets to the end, you should win this game.
Also, before we talk about this finale,
Mm,
look, Joe, see, you have four people in the finale. You were complaining about losing like three, four people in the beginning,
yeah.
cursing the heavens and all that. And you have four
And
people.
now,
I even said you that's a pretty strong four people when we were
yeah.
going over the final like
I mean,
12.
I'll be honest though, there I have four here. I don't know if any of them have really have a standout game. I think you definitely have had the
I
characters of the season.
maybe. I don't know. I wouldn't count out Vi though.
By
I
yeah,
feel like Yara has also been playing kind of like an under the radar game. Emporio stands out still, so like I wouldn't count him out either.
yeah,
Mac, I would say maybe the least likely out of the bunch, but yeah,
yeah.
it's not over until it's over.
And Bowen, I think, has to win immunities or find this idol at five. Like he needs to get really lucky to make it to the end. Like
Yeah.
he has to definitely play because he's going to probably get voted if he does not have safety. Okay, Island of the Idols. And Mac finds the idol. And Mac wins immunity.
Mac just like, okay, you think I have zero chance of winning? Screw that.
Yeah. He also wins a steak dinner with salad and vegetarian options and shares it with Vi. And Mac finds the. I mean, he had
This fucker has two idols he can play right now.
wow. He just said "fuck us." He's like,
It was like, all right,
I'm on the map.
he's like, all right, I'll be a character.
Yeah. Ivankov is impressing the rest of the team. Bowen and Vi bond strongly. Ivankov and Vi have a small fight. Is Bowen finding his way into maybe taking out Ivankov?
Maybe. The thing is, Matt can grant immunity to two other people.
He's definitely giving it to Vi because he's got a
Yes.
very close relationship with Vi. And then it's just, is he going to give it to Ivankov or Yara?
Maybe he gives it to Bowen.
Yeah, I don't think he's giving it to Bowen.
We've been wrong
Okay.
before.
Mac used the idol on Yara. Oh, he doesn't even do it to Vi. He gives it to Yara and Ivankov. First vote goes to Ivankov, does not count. Second vote goes to Bowen.
Yeah.
Third vote goes to, and yeah, it's all Bowen. Yeah, pretty much as expected. Mac had a crazy round that did not matter as long as Bowen didn't win immunity. That was all that
Yeah.
Mac really needed to do.
Yeah. Yeah. I knew in my hearts and hearts, I was like, maybe he can. He had three different chances at immunity, but just wasn't
Yeah,
in the cards.
yeah. Okay, well, let's see who wins this season, who wins this final immunity. And Ivankov wins final immunity.
Very good.
Yara is impressing the rest of the team. Ivankov and Mac bond slightly.
Trying to see.
Ivankov gives immunity to Mac and grants safety to Yara, and Ivankov is putting himself into fire against Vi.
It's a risky play.
But if he pulls this off, that could be a game-winning move.
Agreed. That's why I said it's a risky play.
Vi wins, Ivankov is eliminated.
Oh. So yeah, Vi is winning this game.
Wow. Yeah, it seems very likely. Okay. First vote goes to Mac. Second vote goes to Yara. Third vote goes to Mac.
Or not.
Fourth vote goes to Yara.
They're like, screw you, Vi.
Fifth vote goes to Mac. Sixth vote goes to Mac. Seventh vote goes to Yara. Eighth vote goes to Yara. Ninth vote goes to Yara. 10th vote and
What?
winner is Yara.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little surprised.
That makes zero sense. Wow. Okay.
This is like a Sophie Clark kind of win where it's just like very under-edited throughout the season. Then it's like, okay. I mean, I like the character, so I don't feel too bad, but like,
It's crazy that Vi got no votes. Um,
that's a shame.
yeah, that's very surprising. I think that this cast was just like, oh fuck this. We gotta do something. Okay, this is very well earned.
Yes.
Well earned. But yeah, that's a bit of a head scratcher for me. That
Yeah, I just didn't see her as a zero vote finalist in that scenario.
no, I guess it's just like none of her things worked, I guess. Like she had things, but they didn't really impact the game.
Well, I mean, safety without power impacts, at least it's one less number in there, even if you're not the one going home.
Yeah, but I don't think her thing really matters. I think it would have still ended up being the result of whoever. Yeah, so I and that's the thing with safety out without power is like you can play it, but because it just changes things, you don't really know. Like you can't really give credit for successfully playing it a lot of the times. Um especially if you're not the one going home. Like she wasn't the one who I think was going home there. Otherwise, I think she would have gone home earlier.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. Yara didn't win any immunities. Was not one of the top three strategic people. Vi was. Mac was number three. I mean, I guess Yara didn't get any votes, but also Vi didn't get any votes. So you have to
Yeah.
like,
We had two finalists that did not get a single, and even Mac only got three. Like,
yeah,
props to the final three only having three collective votes with every, usually two people don't make it to the end and neither
yeah,
of them receive any votes.
yeah. Bowen with a massive 23.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, underwhelming winner, I'd say.
A little bit, I agree, but I still think pretty fun season.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. So yeah, that's how we're kicking off this overall season here on our Brantsteele universe. As we're gonna be gearing up for All Stars 25, in a bit. But yeah, no, this overall there was some highs and some lows of this season. Um
Yeah.
I'd probably place it somewhere in the mid range, maybe lower mid range of our brand steals.
Uh, I don't know. I would have to, we have so many to rank
Yeah.
all of them
That
would
would be
be,
that would be an undertaking.
yeah. And we just cast The Undertaker not too long ago. So it's like,
Yeah,
I feel there's connection there, but
yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, that does it for this episode of the Day After podcast. So we will see you all in the next one.
Peace.
Adios.